The Three Stooges, Mac Miller, and the Lisa are all on this day. Welcome back to On This Day. Today's date is January 19th, 2021. Tomorrow is Inauguration Day here in the United States. We get a new president. President Biden starts work tomorrow. Today is the 19th day of the year. Obviously, we got 346 days left in 2021. It is also the third Tuesday of the year. It's the 30th day of winter, and we got exactly 60 days until spring. Today is National Popcorn Day. National Popcorn Day seeks to promote popcorn. This day aims to encourage everyone to enjoy the crisp, salty, sometimes sweet snack. The official popcorn board is not sure who created the holiday, but they accept and promote it nonetheless. National Popcorn Day is observed annually on January 19th. That's what their website says. I just read it verbatim. I enjoy popcorn. I used to really like it with the whole butter on it when I go to the movies and the salt. Now I just eat it without the salt and the butter. It's pretty good. I don't know why. It's weird. Popcorn really doesn't have much of a taste. It's kind of strange, but we all love it. Anyway, let's see what else January 19th has given us. 1915. Germany starts strategic bombing in World War I. Yeah, they used blimps. German Zeppelins bombed the town of Great Yarmouth in Kingsland in the United Kingdom, killing at least 20 people in the first major bombing of a civilian target ever. That's incredible. 1940, You Nazi Spy, the first Hollywood film of any kind to satirize Adolf Hitler and the Nazis, premieres, starring the Three Stooges, with Mo Howard playing the character of Mo Hailstone. Basically, he made fun of Hitler, and this was uncharted waters at the time. 1953, almost 72% of all television sets in the United States tune in to watch I Love Lucy when she gave birth to little Ricky. Yeah, that was a big thing for America. Who would have guessed? 1978, the last Volkswagen Beetle made in Germany leaves the VW plant. Beetle production in Latin America continued until 2003. 1983, the Apple Lisa, the first personal computer from Apple Incorporated to have a graphical user interface, meaning like Windows type thing, and a computer mouse. It's announced on this day in 1983. This thing was insane for its time. Number one, the mouse was actually taken to, I forget the company, but it was IBM or whoever developed it. Their development teams brought it to the executives and said it's a mouse. It'll help people communicate with a computer and help them navigate it. And the executive said, we can't market something called a mouse. And they kind of let it go, and Apple got a hold of it. So some people actually dispute why it was called Lisa. Steve Jobs had a daughter in 1978. Her name was Lisa. This computer was called the Lisa. Now, there's no reference to anything that Apple later came out and said in any of the documentations. It always referred to it as the Lisa, but they later on came out and said that it was an acronym for Locally Integrated Software Architecture, or LISA. But everyone knows that's nonsense. Steve Jobs named it after his daughter, they kept it, and it went on. It's just crazy that they try and distance themselves from that little fact. Probably because Steve Jobs originally tried to say that wasn't his daughter. And he was a real jerk about it, apparently. Now, I'm a big fan of Steve Jobs. I think he did a lot of wonderful things. But his personal life with a lot of the people that were in his little orbit, he wasn't nice to a lot of them. And it's too bad. Because, I know a lot of people think he didn't do much. But I think he's a genius when it comes to what people will like and what people will want and things like that. Anyway, that's my thing. Speaking of computers, 1986, the first IBM PC computer virus is released into the wild. A boot sector virus dubbed Brian was created by a couple brothers in Pakistan, reportedly to deter unauthorized copies of the software they had written. So yeah, they were kind of putting it in there as a trap for anyone that tried to copy their software. And now we all have to have security software on our computers so we don't get a virus ourselves. I wonder if anyone's ever thought about tracking down these brothers, giving them a good shake. I don't advocate violence, but yeah, I'll shake a dude for releasing a virus on my computer. Grab him by the shoulders, give him a good shake. Anyway, moving on. 2012, the Hong Kong-based file sharing website Mega Uploads is shut down by the FBI. So this website, you can get anything. You can get programs, music, whatever you wanted. And it went on from like 2005 to 2012. And this was when they were trying to get rid of all the places where you could get illegal software and illegal files and all that other stuff. And eventually they shut them down. Now, this made a lot of people angry, as you can imagine, because they'd gotten used to getting free stuff for a long time. Yes, it's wrong, but still, they were angry. So a bunch of the United States websites got hacked to where nobody could log on to them in protest to them shutting down Mega Uploads. I thought that was always funny. Same thing happened to Madonna. Back in the Napster days, some new song came out of hers, and you could find the file on Napster and you could download it. But when you played the song, it was just Madonna going, "What the F do you think you're doing?" Yeah, so that was irritating. 2 days later, her personal website got hacked, and anyone that logged into it, it was just a big sign that says, "This is what the F we're doing." Gotta watch who you get angry, I guess, when it comes to computers. Movies and TV shows released on January 19th, just last year, 2020. One of my favorite TV shows that I've seen in a while. Avenue 5. Nobody's heard of it. It's on HBO, and it has Hugh Laurie and a bunch of other people, but it's basically a cruise ship in the future where they go out to space. You know, they take a month-long trip around Saturn or something on this big cruise ship type spaceship. Well, they get stuck out in space, and it's hysterical. If you ever get a chance, watch it. Sit through the first episode. By the second or third episode, you will love the show, I promise. Born on January 19th, 1992, Mac Miller, American rapper. Miller began his career in Pittsburgh's hip-hop scene in 2007, and then had one of the first independently distributed debut albums to top the US Billboard Top 200 since 1995. I don't like a lot of rap music. I like the Beastie Boys and stuff like that, but Mac Miller's a little bit different. He very talented. I say is, but I should say was. Passed away a couple of years ago of an overdose, and it's too bad. He was an incredibly talented young man. It's too bad. Died on January 19th, 2008, Suzanne Pleshette. Pleshette started her career in the theater and started appearing in films in the late 50s like Roman Adventure and The Birds, which, when I was a kid, scared the hell out of me. She died at the age of 71 due to lung cancer. So one of the greatest things that ever happened in television she was involved in. She played the wife of Bob Newhart back in his television show that he had from 1972 to 1978. She played his wife. Every episode, they would finish with them in bed kind of talking about their day and turn off the lights. So in 1982, Bob Newhart gets a new show just called Newhart, where he owns an inn in Vermont and he runs it and he's just got all these weird people that live around there, right? So the show goes on for 8 seasons. In the last season, a Japanese company buys pretty much everything in the town and kind of forces him out of business, and it's his last night at his inn and he shuts off his light and goes to bed. Well, as the credits are about to start rolling, the lights come back on, back at his 1970s apartment, and she's in bed with him. And he's all, "I just had the weirdest dream. We owned an inn in Vermont." And that was the end of the thing. It was great. Great little callback to his old series. All right, that's today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you got some information out of it. Now go out and share some of this knowledge with your friends. Be nice to each other.